Hello everyone, I welcome you all to this session. In today's session, we'll discuss about the old question paper. We'll discuss about the question paper and the scheme. It is a continuation of last class. In the last class, we discussed about Module 1 and Module 2 problems. And today we'll discuss about the problems of Module 3, Module 4 and Module 5. And we'll discuss about how the marks are distributed for each questions. Now first we'll discuss about Module 3. Evaluate the step response for the system for the following impulse response. First one is h of n is equal to 1 by 2 to the power n du of n. And second one is h of t is equal to u of t plus 1 minus u of t minus 1. So this asks for 8 marks. So you have to find out the step response. One is your discrete time signal, other one is continuous time signal. 5b is check for the following impulse response. It is a memoryless, causal and stable. So two equations are given. H of t is equal to e to the power 2t du of t minus 1. Second one is h of n is equal to 1 by 2 to the power n into u of n. So you have to find out the properties here of impulse response, whether it is memoryless, causal and stable. So as for 6 marks. 5c is evaluate the DTFS representation for the signal. Is x of n is equal to sine 4 pi divided by 21 into n plus cos 10 pi divided by 21 into n plus 1. Sketch magnitude and phase spectrum. So this is asked for 6 marks. So you have to compute the DTFS of the signal. Second question is here 6a. An interconnection of LT system is shown in the figure. The impulse responses are h1 of n is equal to 1 by 2 to the power n u of n plus 2, h2 of n is equal to delta of n, and h3 of n is equal to u of n minus 1. Find the impulse response h of n of the overall system. This is asked for 6 marks. So here the systems are connected in, two systems are connected in parallel and one is connected in cascade. So these two are added and it is multiplied with h1 of n. So output I of n will be in terms of h of n. Second question is state the following properties of continuous time Fourier series. So just write the statement of the following properties, that is convolution, time shift, linearity, differentiation in time domain. So that's for 4 marks. Next question is find the complex Fourier coefficient for the periodic waveform x of t as shown in the figure. Also draw the amplitude and phase spectrum. So here the given one sawtooth waveform, there is a periodic signal. So you have to find the Fourier coefficient of the signal. So the signal is from -1 to 0. So it is a periodic signal with the fundamental period as 1 second. So this is asked for 10 marks. Discuss about the problems now, how the marks are distributed for each questions. The first question is h of n is equal to 1 by 2 to the power n and u of n. So you have to find out the step response of this. The step response is given by s of n is equal to summation over k from minus infinity to n into h of k. So find the answer. You'll get the answer as 2 minus 1 by 2 to the power n 10 greater than or equal to 0. This carries 3 marks here. The second problem is h of t is equal to u of t plus 1 minus u of t minus 1. So this is a continuous time signal. The step response is given by s of t is equal to integral from minus infinity to t h of tau into t tau. So at this equation and define this u of t plus 1 and u of t minus 1, you'll get the answer is 2. So this is asked for 8 marks, so this will be 5 plus 3, so you'll get 8. 5b, h of t is equal to e to the power 2t into u of t minus 1. And this is asked for 6 marks, but then 2 questions are there, and it will be 3 plus 3. So your system is not memoryless, and it is causal system, and it is unstable system, because e to the power 2t and the system will be we'll get a growing exponential signal, the signal will be diverged, so it is unstable system. So we'll get the answer as infinity. When the answer is infinity, the system is unstable. Second problem is here, it is not memoryless because of U of n, so it is defined for n greater than or equal to 0. It is having past values also, not memoryless. It is causal because h of n is equal to 0 for n less than 0. Again, the system is stable, and we'll get the answer as 2. The system is stable, so it also carries 3 marks, so 3 plus 3. The third one is you have to find out the DTFT of the signal. Better you can expand it. Before expanding, just write down the angular frequency here. The omega naught 1 is 4 pi by 21, omega naught 2 is 10 pi by 21. Take the GCD of this, you'll get 2 pi by 21. The omega will be 2 pi by 21. So x of n is a sine 4 pi by 21, right? So you can write it as e to the power j theta minus e to the power minus j theta divided by 2j. And the other one is a cos 10 pi by 21. So you can write it as e to the power j theta plus e to the power minus j theta divided by 2. Now just compare the coefficients here. So you'll get x of 0 is equal to 1. This is x of 0. X of minus 2 is so this is 2 pi by 21. Omega is 2 pi by 21. So you'll get this is x of 1 is x of minus 2. That is minus 1 by 2j. Another one is x of 2. You'll get 1 by 2j. So this is 5 into 2 pi by 21. So x of 5 is 1 by 2. X of minus 5 is again 1 by 2. And take the magnitude of this, you'll get the answer as 1 by 2 only. At x of 0 is you will get 1. The other values are it is minus 5, minus 2, plus 2, plus 5. So here it is plot with respect to k here. The angle calculated by tan inverse of pi by x, that is imaginary part by real part. So if we are having only the real part, the tan inverse of that will be 0. So you'll get 0 here. At this point it is 0 and here it is 0. And whereas here at minus 2 and plus 2, you'll get the answer as pi by 2 and minus pi by 2. So you have to use the tan inverse pi by x to find out the angle. So your initial, to expand this, you'll get a 2 marks. Then magnitude spectrum 2 marks, and the calculation of this 2 marks. Then diagonal, magnitude spectrum and phase spectrum 2 marks. So it will be 6 marks. Second question 6a. So write down the overall response, the overall impulse response first. H of n is equal to h1 of n multiplied with h2 of n plus h3 of n. So the two systems are connected in parallel and which is cascaded with h1 of n. This can be written as h1 of n. You can use a distributive property here, h1 of n into h2 of n plus h1 of n into h3 of n. Just write down h1 of n and h2 of n. Then simplify this, you will get this answer. Again, to write the overall response, you get 2 marks, and then simplification will get done as 4 marks. Statement, you write only the statement of CTFS, the 4 properties, which carries 1 marks here. It's 1 into 4, so it will be 4. And one sawtooth waveform is given, and you write the DTFS coefficients here. So first you write down the t is 1 second here, find out omega naught, get the answer as 2 pi. This is your sawtooth waveform. It is defined x of t is equal to t from 0 to 1. This is the x of k equation, 1 by t naught integral over t naught, x of t d to the power minus j k omega naught into t into dt. Simplify this equation, you will get the answer as j by 2 pi k. K is not equal to 0. When k is equal to 0, you will get the answer as 1 by 2. So just write down the plot, that is magnitude spectrum and phase spectrum. So here the calculation, it carries 6 marks. Then finding the angular frequency t naught, defining x of t is 2 marks. So 2 plus 6, it is 8. Finally, to draw the magnitude spectrum and phase spectrum, it is 2 marks. 2 plus 6 plus 2. So the dot will be 10. About module 3. Next we will discuss about module 4 questions. The module 4 is on Fourier transform and the discrete time Fourier transform. The first question is here, find the Fourier transform of the signal x of t is equal to e to the power minus at with a greater than 0. Also sketch magnitude and phase spectrum. State and prove the following properties of discrete time Fourier transform. Following properties of DTFT, that is convolution and frequency differentiation. Find the DTFT of the signal x of n is equal to u of n minus u of n minus 6. So first question is asked for 8 marks here, the second one is 8 and third one is 4. The second question is here 8a, obtain the DTFT of the rectangular pulse is defined as x of n is equal to 1, the magnitude of n is less than or equal to m, 0 for magnitude of n is greater than m. 8b, specify the Nyquist rate for the following signal, x of t is equal to cos pi t plus 0.5 cos 10 pi t. Second one is x of t is equal to sinc function, sinc of 200t. That's for 4 marks. And using the properties of Fourier transform, find the Fourier transform of the signal. So x of t is equal to d by dt into t into e to the power minus 2t into sine u of t. So you have to use the property of Fourier transform and find out x of j omega. Now you have to find out the Fourier transform of this. 7a, so x of t is given, the x of t is e to the power minus at into u of t. So you know the Fourier transform equation, use that Fourier transform equation. And because of the u of t, now this limit is from 0 to infinity. Simplify this integration here. You'll get the answer as 1 by a plus j omega. The a is greater than 0. Initially for the equation 1 marks, the calculation here are in the 5 marks. Then find out the magnitude and the phase spectrum of this. So magnitude of x of j omega, you'll get 1 by square root of a square plus omega square. An angle you will get tan inverse of omega by a, because imaginary part by real part, and plot the signal, different values of omega and the a, but the a is considered as a is greater than 0, but omega is equal to 0, find out the answer. But omega is equal to a and omega is equal to minus a, just note on the answer here. Similarly the angle also we can calculate. So for the sketches we will get as 2 marks. So 1 plus 5 plus 2, total it will be 8. 7b, so the convolution property and the frequency differentiation property is asked. The statement and proof is 1 plus 3. First you write the statement, it carries 1 marks, and to prove you get 3, so 1 plus 3. So this question is also 1 plus 3, so it is 4 plus 4. 7c is u of n minus u of n minus 6. So if you have to find out the DTFT of the signal, you know the DTFT equation here, minus infinity plus infinity x of n e to the power minus j omega of n. Now this limit is from 0 to 5, because u of n minus u of n minus 6 is defined from 0 to 5. Just apply that. Its value is 1. You will get the answer as 1 minus e to the power minus j 6 omega divided by 1 minus e to the power minus j omega. That's for 4 marks. Now 8a, x of n is given again is 1. The absolute value of n is roughly m, and 0 for magnitude of n is less than m. So find out the DTFT of this. Use the DTFT equation. Instead of minus into plus infinity, write minus m to plus m. X of n is equal to 1. Change the limit, instead of minus m to plus m, we make it as 0 to 2m. So we have to consider L is equal to n plus m. Put the limit, we will get L is equal to 0 and L is equal to 2m. E to the power j omega m, summation of L is from 0 to 2m, e to the power minus j omega L. So it is a finite series equation. So we apply this, we will get this answer. And if I will simplify this, I will get a sinc function, something like this. And this equation is valid for when omega is not equal to 0, omega is not equal to 0, plus or minus 2 pi, plus or minus 4 pi. And when I will put omega is equal to 0 in this equation, you will get the answer as 2m plus 1. Again, this is asked for 8 marks. Initial for equation and substitution 1 marks. Then for this calculation it is 2. Finally, the calculation part, you are having the 5 marks. 1 plus 2 plus 5. So total it is 8. Then 8b. So you have to find out the Nyquist rate and Nyquist rate. So to find out Nyquist rate, you just find out the frequency here. The fx is equal to 5 Hz. From omega, you have to calculate this. So Nyquist rate, then it will be 2 times your frequency component. That is 2 into f, so 10 Hz. Similarly, the second equation is sinc function of 200 pi. Sinc function can be given by sine 200 pi t divided by 200 pi t. So fx is 100 Hz here. It is so you'll get Nyquist rate is fs is equal to 2 times fx. So the answer is 200 Hz. So each carries 2 marks here, 2 plus 2. And third question is x of t is equal to d by dt of t into e to the power minus 2t u of t e to the power jt minus e to the power minus jt divided by 2g. So this. So first you find out the Fourier transform of this, that is 2 into e to the power minus 2t into u of t is given by 1 by 2 plus j omega whole square. So now from the frequency shift property, you can write e to the power j t into t into e to the power minus 2t into u of t is given by 1 by 2 plus j omega minus 1 whole square. Similarly, this can be written as 1 by 2 plus j omega plus 1 whole square. So I am using a frequency shift property here. Now from the linearity property, you can write this as I can write separately here. So here applied the linearity property here. Now this is in time domain, and here you will get the frequency domain. And finally, you find out the d by dt of x of t. So d by dt of x of t will be given by j omega into x of j omega. So just multiply j omega here. Then simplify this equation. Finally, you will get the answer as omega by 2 into 1 by 2 plus j omega minus 1 whole square minus 1 by 2 plus j omega plus 1 whole square. So here you have to remember some of the Fourier transform, some of the standard equations. Directly you can write the answer, then apply the properties of Fourier transform and compute your x of j omega. So for this initially to write it is 3 into e to the power minus 2 into u of t, it's 2 marks. Then I apply the frequency shift property, 2 marks, and finally the calculation part you are having 4 marks. So 2 plus 2 plus 4. So total it is 8 marks. So here the problems on Fourier transform and the problems on DTFT, and some theory question related to the properties of DTFT and properties of Fourier transform. About module 4. Now the module 5 is on Z transform. The first question is determine the Z transform of the signal x of n is equal to a to the power n into u of n. Indicate the ROC and location of poles and zeros of x of z in the z plane. So you have to obtain the Z transform of this x of n, and you have to write the ROC and the poles and zeros. So that's for 6 marks. Find the Z transform and ROC of the discrete time signal x of n is equal to sine omega n into u of n. This is for 8 marks, so you have to solve this completely. Sine omega n into u of n. And then third question is find the inverse Z transform of x of z. The equation is 1 by 4 z inverse divided by 1 minus 1 by 2 z inverse into 1 minus 1 by 4 z inverse. With ROC is mod z is greater than 1 by 2. That's for 6 marks. The second question is here find the impulse response for the following difference equation. Is y of n minus 4 into y of n minus 1 plus 3 into y of n minus 2 is equal to x of n plus 2 into x of n minus 1. So you have to find out the impulse response. The difference equation is given as you have to find out the impulse response. To find out the impulse response, first you find the transfer function, then you find out the impulse response. So this is for 8 marks. Second question is here find the Z transform and ROC of x of n is equal to a to the power n minus 1 into u of n minus 1 using properties of Z transform. So to apply the properties of Z transform and calculate the Z transform of this x of n. So that's for 6 marks. Finally, last question is using Z transform find the convolution of the following two sequence. So one is h of n is equal to 1 by 2 to the power n. N is from 0 to 2. So n is greater than equal to 0 and less than equal to 2. So 0 to 2. 0 otherwise. This is h of n. And x of n is equal to delta of n plus delta of n minus 1 plus delta of n minus 2. So you have to find out the convolution of these two sequences. And here you can apply the convolution property and you can find out the answer. This is asked for 6 marks. So we will discuss about the scheme. So how the marks are distributed for each question here. So 9e. So first find out x of z. So it's a direct problem here. The given x of n is e to the power n into u of n. You can substitute x of n is e to the power n into u of n. So this is a right sided sequence. So you'll get the answer as x of z is equal to z by z minus a. Now to define the ROC, you can take this a by z is less than 1. So if I use that mod z, you will get greater than mod a. This is ROC, and if it is a greater than condition, to draw the ROC, draw a circle with the radius a, and the ROC will be outside that circle. So again they mentioned here you have to plot poles and zeros. So here in this equation there is one zeros are present at z is equal to 0 and one pole is present at z is equal to e. So zeros you can mention with respect to a small circle and poles you can mention with respect to cross mark. So one poles and one zeros, and this is ROC. So the calculation part you are having 4 marks, and this plot you have to plot in the z plane ROC and poles and zeros you are having 2 marks. So 4 plus 2. The second problem is here x of n is given sine omega n into u of n. So you solve all steps here. You don't directly write the answer for sine omega n and find out the answer. But this is asked for 8 marks. So sine omega n you can know outright. It is e to the power j omega n minus e to the power minus j omega n divided by 2j. So substitute that, apply the linearity property. I mean just expand it and it's like a linearity property here. 1 by 2j you will get 1 by 2j 1 divided by 1 minus e to the power j omega z inverse minus 1 by 1 minus e to the power minus j omega z inverse. Then find the ROC here. By considering this term, it is less than 1. So we'll get mod z is greater than 1. So in the second term also we'll get mod z greater than 1. So the ROC will be mod z is greater than 1. And simplify this equation. Finally we'll get the answer as either you can write in terms of z inverse or you can write in terms of positive powers of z. Sine omega into z inverse divided by 1 minus 2 cos omega z inverse plus z to the power minus 2, or z sine omega divided by z square minus 2z cos omega plus 1. The ROC is mod z is greater than 1. Again this calculation 3 marks and substitution, simplifying and all, the ROC calculation will get 5 marks. So 3 plus 5. And third question is here, you have to find out the inverse Z transform. Again it is a direct problem. And here apply the partial fraction method to obtain the inverse Z transform here. So to apply the partial fraction, you need to check the order of the numerator and denominator. In this case, order is of the numerator is 1, order of the denominator is 2. So you can apply partial fraction directly. And one more important thing, while taking the inverse Z transform, you should know the ROC. Here the ROC is mentioned, mod Z is greater than 1 by 2. So when it is greater than 1 by 2, the two poles are present, one is at 1 by 2, other one is 1 by 4. So ROC and your x of n will be, both are right sided sequence. So yeah, this is application of a partial fraction. So initially we'll write in this form, we'll get 2 marks. And then final answer with ROC we'll get 2 marks, and this part we'll get 2 marks. 2 plus 2 plus 2 or 2 plus 4, 6 marks. So 1 by 2 to the power n into u of n minus 1 by 4 to the power n into u of n. So only one condition is enough. They have asked the mod z is greater than 1 by 2. The second problem is your difference equation is given. You have to find out the impulse response. To find the impulse response, I need to find out first transfer function. To find a transfer function, I take the z transform of this, the transform of the given equation now. So we'll get Z transform of this, you know how to take Z transform y of z minus 4z inverse y of z plus 3 into y of z z to the power minus 2 is equal to x of z plus 2z inverse x of z. You know the transfer function is given by y of z by x of z. Get this equation. Again, to find out the impulse response, you have to apply inverse Z transform, and here also you can apply the partial fraction method, and you can apply partial fraction method directly here because order of the numerator is 1, order of the denominator is 2. With the partial fraction method, find out the values of a and b, then take the inverse Z transform. That is, and here is a causal system, so h of n is, you can write both are right-sided sequence. So minus 3 by 2 into u of n plus y by 2 into 3 to the power n into u of n. And taking the Z transform of your difference equation is 2 marks. Partial fraction method 4 marks. Finally, to take the inverse Z transform 2 marks. 2 plus 4 plus 2. Second problem you have to solve using the properties of Z transform. So first write Z transform of u of n is z by z minus 1. That is mod z is greater than 1. And Z transform of a to the power n into u of n is a inverse into z divided by a inverse into z minus 1. That would be z by z minus a, or mod z is greater than mod e. Now from the time shifting property you can write the x of n is a to the power n minus 1 into u of n minus 1, right? So we apply the time shifting property. The time shifting property, the signal is shifted by 1 unit, so I'll just multiply it z inverse. Z inverse into z by z minus a. So z and z inverse get cancelled, so you get the answer as 1 by z minus a. The mod z is greater than mod e. So the calculation, so 1 marks for this, the 2 marks to write this particular equation, then simplification and solving, applying a time shifting property, I am 3 marks. So here you have to use the time shifting property to solve this. And third question, the 10C. So you have to apply the convolution property and you have to find out y of n, and h of n and x of n is given. So first find out h of z, is taking the z transform of that. So you will get the answer as 1 plus 1 by 2 z inverse plus 1 by 4 z to the power minus 2. Similarly, find out x of z. Again, take the z transform of x of n. I'll get the answer as directly can write 1 plus z inverse minus plus 4 z to the power minus 2. Then convolution properties, the convolution time domain is equal to the multiplication of z domain. So just multiply the two equations here, h of z and x of z. Just multiply it. You get 1 plus 3 by 2 z inverse plus 19 by 4 z to the power minus 2 plus 9 by 4 z to the power minus 3 plus z to the power minus 4. Now I need y of n, so directly take the inverse Z transform of this. So inverse Z transform of this is 1, inverse Z transform is delta of n plus 3 by 2 delta of n minus 1 plus 19 by 4 delta of n minus 2 plus 9 by 4 delta of n minus 3 plus delta of n minus 4. So you take the Z transform of h of n, 2 marks. Take the Z transform of y, x of n is 2 marks. Then application of convolution property and multiplication there, it carries 2 marks. So total will be 6 marks. So this is about the question paper and scheme of December 2019 paper. So very important thing is you should know how much marks is distributed for each section. Okay, here it is a problematic subject. But one important thing is if the initial step is wrong here, and sometimes other steps will not get the answer, will not get the marks. So very important is first step should be correct always while solving any problem. As you get the wrong answers. The first step will be wrong, sometimes you'll get directly 0. And the separate sections are there. Suppose in one question there are 10, or suppose 10, in that 1, 2, 3 questions are there, means each carries. Suppose it is asked for 8 marks, means 2 plus 3 plus 3. Or sometimes if it is 2 means 4 plus 4. So marks distribution is very important. So based on the marks you have to write the contents. So this is about the question paper. Thank you.